Welcome to the Keeper League recap and picks for Week 3 show. Chris Roberts,
Juan Andrade.
owner, coach, GM, ball boy for Better Call Saul, the undefeated 2-0 Better Call Saul team. Juan Andrade, how's your team doing?
General manager and managing partner, fuck Dean Spanos. We're 1-1.
He's 1-1. So let's go back. We're going to go back and recap Week 2 before we look ahead to Week 3. Going back to Week 2, let's start with the biggest blowout. The biggest crushing victory all week goes to the guy sitting right next to me.
Yeah.
Fuck Dean Spanos. Fuck the shit out of the Acrobic Project. 118 to 93.
Sorry, Tony.
Sorry, Tony. Shit happens. Trevor Siemian even actually came through with 4 touchdown passes, and you still couldn't pull it out. So that was the biggest blowout of the week. Next, we're moving on to the heartbreaker. Oh, it's like I got a little dog right here. Breaks my heart. Heartbreaking thing of the week. IP Freely pissed all over the ass clowns, beat them by 1 point.
Oof, close game.
Hurts. So, sorry, ass clowns, all the way out to Texas for you. This one I fondly call the lucky douche game of the week. This one, ironically enough, won by me. It's the guy that won with the shittiest score a week. So I beat Rex and I only scored 80 points. Do I feel bad? Fuck no.
That was probably the poo-poo game of Week 2.
That probably was, but hey, we didn't do that in advance, so we're going to move on. A couple other games from last week. We're going to go SD Ballers beat up SC Sucks. Horseface chewed up Adelita's Bar and Grill. Balls Deep, of course, he sucks, but he did get lucky this week over the Fear Boners. Auto pick Rich, so not taking a whole lot of credit. He still won. Got some lucky picks with his auto pick, but he didn't feel the briz this week. And lastly, El Cunado beat some asshole who only scored 67 points. So another lucky guy right
What
there.
asshole was that?
I don't even know. Whatever asshole you are that had 67 points, you lost.
It's better that we don't say your name.
Yeah, you're probably lucky. So we're going to go ahead and move on to Week 3. And we're going to go through a couple of the matchups and tell you what the point spreads are on these particular games here. So I'm going to start off with this guy here, fuck Dean Spanos versus Rex is Gone. Both teams sitting at 1-1. Starting off, taking a look at the quarterbacks. This guy here has got Brady. Rex is Gone, kept as a keeper. Alex Smith. I don't even know why I need to continue on with this one. This is going to be a goddamn blowout.
Maybe he went to Helix.
Maybe he's a big Alex Smith fan. Maybe he's a local guy. I know Mike Turner does love some high school football, but I got this one as a 20-point blowout by fuck Spanos. If you guys are making bets at home, so fuck Spanos minus 20. What was your next game that you got?
The next game that I got is Ass Clowns versus Feel the Briz, and this game just showed up out of nowhere.
Whoa, where'd that come from?
Whoa, where'd that come from, right? So, I mean, Ass Clowns got Jameis starting, Briz has Drew Brees, but Briz has still Jordy Nelson on his roster for next week, and he's probably not going to play, so I got Ass Clowns by 6 this week.
Yeah, I'm down with you on that pick. Next one, Balls Deep, a very generous 2-0 undefeated start. He's playing the Acromic Project. Balls Deep's got some bad news. They got Cam, Landry, Gronk, all questionable. Don't know if they're going to play. Acromic Project, he lost Greg Olsen for at least half the year, if not longer. And he's got Trevor Siemian, who's going to come back to earth. You know, it might take him another 4 weeks to score 4 more touchdowns, Trevor Siemian. Sorry, I think this is going to be a low-scoring game because these teams are all beat up, but I hate to say it, but Balls Deep's going to win this one by about 5 points.
Joe, you hairy bastard.
Fucking Joe.
All right. Next game I got is Rich and the Kobe system. Rich is the only guy I know that's named his fantasy teams all after himself. It's either Rich or Rich's team in the 2 leagues that I'm in with him. Or 3, actually. So
Pompous asshole.
So, yeah, I mean, and he's auto-picked almost all of them. So, shout out to Rich, our boy. And we've got Kobe D, the Kobe system. So, I mean, enough said. I'm just going to start at the quarterbacks and end there. The Kobe system has Deshaun Kaiser starting from the Browns.
Oh, God.
Enough said.
Ooh, yeah.
I've got the Rich, who's 2-0, favored to win by 12 points.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm not down with the Kaiser until about 5 years from now. Next game that I got up, SC Sucks. Wow, Keith, 0-2. Oof. Not looking good. Versus IP Freely. Keith's SC Sucks, ironically, with his 0-2 scores, got a stacked lineup. The only bad thing this week, Rivers got a tough matchup along with Keenan Allen playing against the Chiefs. They are kind of at home, but I got a feeling it's going to be a Chiefs home game over there in L.A. at the goddamn Home Depot Center. Is that the name of it?
I think so.
Yeah,
Whatever the hell
who gives a
it's
shit?
called.
We hate
Who
the
gives a shit,
Chargers. We hate Spanos. IP Freely, keep in mind this is the guy that chose zero keepers. So he ended up, with some good things. He got a decent quarterback in Kirk Cousins, two good young running backs. His wide receivers are a stinking pile of poo-poo, though. So in this one, again, I don't think it's going to be super high scoring, but I got SC Sucks by about 14 points on this one. Still a pretty healthy spread this week.
All right. The poo-poo continues as I go to our next game.
Whoa.
I won't call it the poo-poo. We'll call this one the toilet rim bowl game because you're going to close this out. Oh, no, you're gonna go next.
No, I'm
with
going
the
next
poo-poo.
on that one.
So I got El Cuñado at 1-1 versus SD Ballers at 1-1. This is the 11th and 12th ranked teams in our league right now. So, I mean, it's really like the Jets and the Browns were playing this week. You know what I'm saying?
It's not diarrhea, but there's turds floating.
It's close. Johnson is starting his third cousin at quarterback, Dak Prescott. So that should be a good start for him. But I'll be honest, El Cuñado's got a pretty good team. He's got Mariota, Cooper, Le'Veon Bell, and Ty Montgomery. So I'm giving him the win plus 11 points.
Ooh, I mean, we got a lot of high scores this week. All right, so we have a couple featured games of the week. I'm going to go ahead and take this week as the poo-poo game of the week. This is the shittiest matchup, shittiest teams. We're still early in the seasons, but we're banking this off of records and points scored and whatnot. So this week's shitty-ass feature is featuring Adelita's Bar and Grill with a whopping 0 wins versus Fear Boners, who should be 0-2 because his points kind of suck, but he's actually 1-1. So we're going to take a look at an in-depth matchup position by position. Adelita's Bar is featuring Russell Wilson, who sucks. He's not good. Hasn't done shit for both of the weeks so far. Going on the road to go play the Titans, my Titans. Zero chance of really doing a whole lot there. And I hate all Seahawks. So going against on the other side to the Fear Boners, he's got Matt Ryan, who's on fire. He's going to go to Detroit. It's on the road, but he's playing on turf. Matt Ryan should light the shit up out of those Lions. Advantage quarterback goes to Fear Boners. Next, we're going to go take a look at wide receivers. I don't even want to say this out loud, but Adelita's Bar is actually starting Torrey Smith.
Was it 2009?
Yeah, he's really, really fast, guys. Torrey Smith flies. He just can't catch the ball. And he couldn't keep onto the 49ers, who's the goddamn worst team in the league. So let's take a look at who they're going against on that one. Michael Thomas, top 5, maybe top 10 at the worst wide receiver for the Saints. Guy hasn't really done shit this year in the first 2 games either, but still, his bad game is probably Torrey Smith's best game all year. So advantage to Fear Boners on that one too. Next one, we got some studs on this one. So finally, a star-studded matchup in the poo-poo platter. Antonio Brown highlights Adelita's Bar and Grill. The only thing bad about Antonio Brown, they're on the road at Chicago. Got some slow grass, slow them down a little bit, but Chicago sucks. Antonio Brown is awesome. Going against Odell Beckham Jr. from the Giants. So 2 star-studded things. Fear Boners says Odell Beckham, but Odell Beckham, I will never pick him in any matchup, even against Torrey Smith normally, because he's a goddamn douchebag. So I'm going to go ahead and give this matchup over to Antonio Brown. So check mark goes over to Adelita's Bar and Grill on that one. Next up, Duke Johnson, who I think he has, this is a running back, I think he's got 4 carries, maybe 5, out of 2 games. I don't know if we need to go on, but he's going against Gurley, who's got a girly, feminine name, but and I can't stand Gurley, but he's actually played well for the first 2 games this year, so that's an easy one, going to Gurley. Next up, Chris Thompson, getting some extra playing time because Fat Rob Kelly got hurt out in Washington. On the road playing Oakland.
Did you say Fat Eddie Lacy or Fat Rob Kelly?
There's a lot of fat. This one's Fat Rob Kelly.
I just want to make sure. Okay.
Actually, I think they're Oakland. Actually, Washington's at home against Oakland. Hard defense. Going up against Abdullah from over there on Fear Boners. Mir had a great game Monday night. So, again, I'm going to go ahead and go with the terrorist, Amir Abdullah, as a check mark on this one. Tight ends. I don't know if you know this. Julius Thomas, he still plays in the NFL. Did you aware of that?
No, I was not.
Apparently, Julius Thomas is still alive and playing. I don't know what team he's on, but he sucks.
He was only good in Manning's Denver's first year. That's it.
Yeah, and that was before Manning sucked. So, yeah. I mean, it's been a long time since this guy had a good year. Playing against another fat guy, Martellus Bennett. He can't really catch at all, but it's better than the previous aforementioned dead person. So I'm going to give Fat Martellus Bennett a very slight check mark on this one. Going over to the flex, which is not always, fabulous superstars. Some guy named the Curse, Spurs, some shit. He plays for the Jets, so he ain't going to do shit. So that's for the Adelita's Bar and Grill. Tyler Lockett, I don't know, but he doesn't play for the Jets, so I got to give Tyler the Lockett the check on that one. And sadly enough, I think we're to Adelita's Bar and Grill's best player, which is his kicker, Dan Bailey. Solid kicker, plays for Dallas. Dallas should score some points. Going against the Legatron, Zerline, plays for the Rams. I don't know. I'm going to go. We got to give goddamn Adelita's Bar something. So we're going to give him the kicker. Checkmark kicker for there. Looking at defenses, he's got Pittsburgh versus Chicago. It's a good matchup. Chicago sucks. On the other hand, Fear Boner's got Patriots against Houston. At home,
tough.
They suck a little bit more. I'm going to go Patriots there. So for the poo-poo game of the week, I'm looking at Fear Boners to still destroy goddamn Adelita's Bar and Grill. It might be a 30-11 game. Probably not. I'm exaggerating a bit, but I'm going to go ahead and call this about an 18-point favorite on Fear Boners for this one.
Big spread.
Big spread on this
That's
one.
our spread of the week, people. Spread of the week.
Yes.
All right, and I've got our game of the week, not to be confused with the poo-poo crap game of the week. And don't be jealous because Chris is here, but it is Better Call Saul versus Horseface. Chris is 2-0. Horseface is 1-1, but he's got a lot of points, and he's got a really solid team. So let's go down through the breakdown. So we've got Chris with Aaron Rodgers versus Matthew Stafford. Aaron Rodgers is playing Cincinnati. They suck this year. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to kind of come out of his slump, so I'm going to give the edge to Aaron Rodgers. First wide receivers, we got Kelvin Benjamin from Carolina versus Brandon Cooks from Horseface. I like Brandon Cooks here. I think Tom Brady's going to finally start to get his rhythm with him, so I gave him that edge there. Second wide receivers, we got Mike Evans versus Sammy Watkins. It's Mike Evans all the way. I mean, he's Jameis's go-to guy. He's the big clutch end zone guy for them. So
best receiver in the league.
Running back, I got Mike Gillislee versus, it's L. Miller. Is it LeVar? I don't even know his first name. Anyways, long story short, I gave it to Gillislee.
I think it's LeBall. I think he's one of Alonzo Ball's cousins.
Oh, then I'm going to change my pick then. But I'm giving that one to Gillislee because it looks like he's going to be the workhorse for that New England offense, and they do get a lot of 5-yard and under runs into the end zones.
Hey, I'll take it.
Second running back, we got Powell from the Jets versus Carlos Hyde. I mean, when you got Hoyer as your quarterback, what else can you do but run the ball? You know what I mean? So I'm going to give that edge to Hyde. For the flex, we got Kendall Wright from Chicago. Is it Kendall Wright? Versus DeAndre Hopkins for Horseface. I'm going to give that to Hopkins, even though they're struggling with the quarterback. He's still a stud. Questionable. Running backs, tight ends. We've got Zach Miller for Chris versus Travis Kelce. I'm giving that one to Horseface as well. Kelce's pretty good in the end zone. Defense-wise, though, Rams versus Raiders. I'm only giving it to the Rams because they're playing the San Francisco 49ers. And the Raiders are playing the Redskins, and the 49ers are horrible.
They suck.
So this is going to be our closest pick of the week, right? My spread, I've got Chris winning by 3 points.
Fuck you, Mike.
Fuck you, Mike.
So feel free to go into the comment section back on the league. Pick your picks versus our spread, and let's see how you do. Any last words?
No, good luck, everyone.
Actually, good luck to everyone except unless you're playing me. Fuck you, Mike.
And